Love Island USA Season 7 Episode 27 is one of the most dramatic and emotional episodes of the season so far, packed with explosive arguments, emotional breakdowns, and a shocking elimination twist that left both the Islanders and viewers reeling. If you missed it or just want to relive the chaos, this recap and ending explained will walk you through every major moment, all the drama, and the fallout from America's vote. This is the episode everyone will be talking about. So let's dive into what happened in the villa and why it matters for the rest of the season. The episode kicks off with a musical montage and a quick recap of the previous night's drama. Tensions are already high as the Islanders are still reeling from a brutal debate and some harsh truths that were spilled. Amaya is at the center of the storm, feeling misunderstood and attacked by the group. The girls are upset about secrets being revealed, especially about a kiss in the speakeasy, and the fallout is immediate. There's yelling, cursing, and a lot of hurt feelings as the Islanders struggle to process what happened and where their friendships stand. As the dust settles, the focus shifts to Taylor, who is feeling the heat after being called out for his actions. Elandria is especially upset, feeling like Taylor has been disrespectful and that he's not taking responsibility for his choices. The guys try to support each other, but it's clear that everyone is feeling drained and frustrated. The emotional toll is obvious, with several Islanders breaking down in tears and questioning their place in the villa. Amaya, meanwhile, is struggling with feeling like the odd one out. She's hurt by the way the group has treated her and feels like no one is really listening to her side of the story. She vents to Clark, who tries to be supportive, but the pain is still raw. The conversation turns to Taylor again, with Amaya expressing how much his actions have hurt her and how she feels like she's always the one getting the short end of the stick. Clark tries to reassure her, but the tension is still thick. The next morning, the mood in the villa is somber. Huda is especially upset, feeling betrayed by people she thought were her friends. She doesn't want to talk to anyone and just wants to be left alone. The other girls try to give her space, but it's clear that the events of the previous night are still weighing heavily on everyone's minds. There's a sense of exhaustion and sadness as the Islanders try to process what happened and figure out how to move forward. As the day goes on, the Islanders try to have some normal conversations and lighten the mood, but the drama is never far away. Elandria and Huda have a heart-to-heart conversation to clear the air and apologize for any hurt feelings. They both admit that they could have handled things differently and agreed to move forward with a clean slate. It's a touching moment that shows the importance of communication and forgiveness in the villa. Meanwhile, Zach wants to call a truce with Amaya and approaches her for a conversation. He tries to explain his side of things and apologize for any hurt he caused, but the conversation quickly turns heated. Amaya is still upset and feels like Zach isn't being honest with her. She calls him out for contradicting himself and ultimately tells him she doesn't want to talk to him anymore. The argument ends with both of them feeling frustrated and misunderstood, and it's clear that their relationship is on shaky ground. Elsewhere in the villa, Grissin is upset because Pepe still has feelings for someone who isn't even an option anymore. She feels like she's being used as a rebound and questions whether Pepe is really interested in her or just trying to move on from his previous connection. The conversation is awkward and emotional, with both of them struggling to articulate their feelings and figure out where they stand. As the day progresses, the Islanders try to focus on the positive and enjoy each other's company. There are some light-hearted moments in the kitchen and by the pool, with the Islanders joking around and trying to lift each other's spirits. Brian and Amaya have a sweet conversation about forgiveness and standing up for yourself, and it's clear that some connections in the villa are still strong despite all the drama. But the peace doesn't last long as it's time for the next big twist, America's vote. The Islanders gather for a dramatic game night hosted by Ariana Madix, who brings her signature energy and wit to the proceedings. The game is all about ranking the Islanders based on America's opinions, and the results are both surprising and brutal. First up, the boys are ranked from most to least genuine. The girls and boys both have their own opinions, but ultimately it's America's vote that counts. Pepe is voted the most genuine by America, while Taylor is ranked the least. The reactions are mixed, with some Islanders feeling validated and others feeling hurt by the rankings. Next, the boys are ranked from best to worst boyfriend material. Once again, Pepe comes out on top, while Taylor is ranked last. The girls are surprised by some of the results, and there's a lot of discussion about what makes someone good boyfriend material and whether the rankings are fair. The girls are then ranked by the boys on trustworthiness, and America's vote is revealed. Amaya is voted the most trustworthy by America, while Clark is ranked the least. The girls are emotional about the results, with some feeling proud and others feeling misunderstood. The final ranking is for the most genuine girl, and once again Amaya comes out on top. She's moved to tears by the recognition, especially after feeling so attacked and isolated earlier in the episode. Clark is ranked the least genuine, and she expresses her disappointment but tries to take it in stride. The last part of the game is a couples ranking, where America votes on which couple they'd most want to go on vacation with. Amaya and Zach are voted the top couple, while Clark and Taylor are ranked last. The results spark more discussion and reflection among the Islanders as they try to understand how they're being perceived by the public and what it means for their relationships in the villa. But the biggest twist of the night is still to come. Ariana announces that America has also voted for their favorite boy and girl, and those with the least votes are at risk of being dumped from the island. The tension is palpable as the names are read out. Jaden, Grayson, and Andrena are the girls at risk, while Austin, Taylor, and TJ are the boys. In a shocking twist, the safe Islanders are asked to stand behind the person they want to save. One by one, the Islanders make their choices, and the suspense builds as the fate of the vulnerable Islanders hangs in the balance. In the end, Taylor receives the most votes and is saved, while Jaden, Grayson, Andrena, Austin, and TJ are dumped from the island. The aftermath is emotional, with the dumped Islanders saying their goodbyes and reflecting on their time in the villa. There are tears, hugs, and heartfelt speeches as everyone tries to process the sudden departures. The remaining Islanders are left to pick up the pieces and figure out how to move forward without their friends. The ending of Love Island USA Season 7 Episode 27 is both heartbreaking and hopeful. The episode is a powerful reminder of how quickly things can change in the villa and how important it is to stay true to yourself, even when things get tough. The Islanders who were dumped leave with their heads held high, grateful for the experience and the friendships they've made. The ones who remain are left to reflect on what happened and prepare for whatever twists and turns the next episode will bring. This episode is a turning point for the season as the villa is shaken up and new dynamics are set to emerge. The drama, the tears, and the surprises make it one of the most memorable episodes yet, and fans will be eagerly waiting to see what happens next. Whether you're rooting for your favorite couple or just love the chaos, Love Island USA Season 7 Episode 27 delivers everything you could want from reality TV: real emotions, real stakes, and real entertainment. If you're looking for a recap that covers all the drama, the relationships, and the shocking ending, this is the one to read. Love Island USA continues to prove why it's one of the most addictive reality shows on TV, and this episode is a perfect example of why fans can't get enough.